What's splashing YouTube? This is D5PS101 and welcome back to Lucid9 Blind. In the last episode, guys, we had some confrontation with our own selves. We found out that we was being chased by some weird shadow thing that apparently seems familiar to her. Oh yeah, and Yama, who's us right now, is being framed for murder of Haru and the other 3 students. So there's that. At least 2 are one's still missing. But anyways, we also can incite you with not only Mr. Yuta, but a little briefness of Elizabeth. So, there's that. Anyways, continuing on, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. There'll be a notification bell down below. You guys can be notified whenever I make a new video. And I want to guarantee that I want you guys all to stop what you're doing right now and like it. Okay, now see that subscribe button? Click it. Now that you got that, watch this entire video through because you're going to want to know what's going on. You actually will. So don't say you don't, because you will want to know. We're about to be done with this game, I hope. I've never played it again, and it's the reason why it's called Blind LP. Anyways, would Haru really do that? Would he really put the fate of his life on me? Oh yeah, he pinged me. Oops. I scanned through the flow charts of known ways people socialize in my head, but it turns up blank. My brain is freezing. I can't see beyond the mental image of stumbling on Ruby's body, cold and bloody, mouth open in the last remnants of a scream. No, heart, location ping. Why would he send it? Why would blood, terror, crushing force of water? No, stop. Must think. First, all the habits of excessively. Why do you keep showing this? I don't like this. I hate this one. I forced all the habits from excessive therapy sessions into practice. Deep breaths, tall spine, extend all muscles, relax something from the top up to bottom. Her life is at stake. Rui could die any minute. Maybe she already has. Don't think that way. Or maybe she's cramped up in whatever sick place the psycho has, waiting and dreading the moment when nothing will be on her mind but excruciating pain. Dang it! Miss Rita bleeds into Elizabeth, flickers for a moment, and then bleeds into Misaki. Yama. I can't do this anymore. Iki, please, just... I know it's hard, but right now, you're the one with the best chance of finding the killer. Because of this darn phone? You know what? Fine. I can't handle this on my own. I'm giving it to the police. Won't they just arrest you? Yeah, but they'll find out that I'm not the real killer. But they have to trust your word that someone else put the phone in your apartment, rather than you taking it from Haru himself. It would take days, maybe weeks, to clear the situation, even if you are eventually found innocent. And by that time, Rui will be dead. Miki, please, help me. Rui, don't you love Rui? She needs us. In that case, do you remember whether someone sent you an out-of-place location ping? I've received and sent too many darn location pings to keep track of. Maybe you can narrow it down? Or maybe you could start using your head. Before Haru Bunya, I think that's why he's down. No, it's not Bunya. Like, I kept calling it Bunya. Anyways. Was there anyone else who accidentally sent you a location? Actually, now that she mentions it, I remember something. Ooh, Misaki! Yeah, it was you, actually. You sent me a location ping by accident. You mistapped because my name was right under... Wait, mistapped. Because my name and his name are right next to each other. Yahiko Ikari. When I think about it, everything fits too well. Yahiko Ikari, he started the Happy Club and is connected with 3 recent deaths, Akane, Choji, and Haru. And before that, he also knew Midori and Toma. And he would know a lot about the Academy's security and technology, maybe even more than the average faculty member, being the son of higher-ups at Limitless Gate. And I've seen how in a blink of an eye he can shift from joy to depression, almost as if he was I don't want to say it. Perfect control over how he wants his emotions to be seen. And he knows me. Knows the code of my apartment. Knows my schedule. Knows my actions. And my reactions. And he was there. At the murder of Haru. Yahiko Ikari was there. He had coincidentally ran into me. And seemed flabbergasted that I was there. So kindly offered to cover for me. Yahiko Ikari, my former roommate, my friend. Well, isn't that just so darn typical? A serial killer can't just be some random chump off the street. No, he has to be someone close to me. As my fury intensifies, a black figure, nausea. Everything solidifies the blood in my body. Isaki's image fizzles into Masato. What kind of friend are you, What kind of friend are you, man? You know, it ain't Yahiko. You've known him for 2 years. I spit bitterly. Yeah, give me some proof. I'd love to believe it. For starters, you got no proof that some big shot organization just hacked your own your lock. Might be tough to break for one person, but ain't even a sneeze for a team of pros. So you're saying that the serial killer could actually be an organization, and they decided to frame me when I caught one of their members killing Haru in District 6? Well, yeah. Something like that. And something doesn't make sense. If the killer or organization, whatever, weren't close to me, that's weird that. If an organization really was behind framing me, then Haru's phone shouldn't be in my apartment. Why not? Because accessing it, they shouldn't have been able to. I mean, didn't I just say that they kinda hacked it? You did. So, I can't get stuck now. It's weird because I'm still alive. Why wouldn't they just kill me? Witness to the crime scene. Out by myself in District 6. They wanted to frame you, man. Framing someone who's alive always does a whole lot more than framing someone who's dead. Especially if he can't really defend himself. But that's the thing. How could they know I couldn't defend myself? Huh? The only person who really possibly know about my lapses are ones who are closest to me. Really close. Rui, Misaki, for sure, and maybe you and Yahiko. Which means that the serial killer could have been one of those 4 people. It can't be Rui, it can't be Misaki, and well, I'm pretty sure it can't be you either. But you don't think that way for Yahiko? Let me rephrase that. But you don't think that way for Yahiko? You want me to list the evidence alphabetically or chronologically? I can't believe it, but Yahiko actually fits. Let me ask you one more thing, man. Do you really think that Yahiko's the serial killer? I just told you that. Do you really believe, like you believe, that the sun will rise every morning and I'll badger you into track every day that Yahiko's the man? No. I don't. I honestly don't. Everything goes against him, but for some reason I can't imagine that Yahiko would be the serial killer. But isn't that shallow-minded? Isn't that foolish? Couldn't my reluctance lead to Rui's death? Right then. You know, I would love to have Akira become my conscience. Masa's image fizzles into Akira, who jabs an energy finger into my direction. Rightio, cheerio! Time to think of this from another angle. We got ourselves some tricks up our metaphorical sleeves, Sarge, so don't give up yet. Yeah, no offense, but you're not exactly the person I want to logically think. Oh, but you need and want, and what you want are 2 completely different things, like dying versus not dying. Oh, what do you suggest? Well, you have a suspect now, right? Don't flip the turtles out before you've proved that whether he's guilty or innocent. That's like counting your chickens before the avian flu strikes and wipes them all away. Wants them all off the face of the planet. So find Yahiko's innocence. Easier than done, much easier than done. Oh, I wouldn't say that, Sarge. You've got something stewing in that brain of yours, such as... turns back into Misaki. Don't you remember how the killer forgot about the phone's wall charging feature? Yuko loves technology as much as I do. Not to mention that his parents work at Lemon Escape. If he was the killer, do you really think he would have forgotten something? Do you really think he would have forgotten something so simple? Hold on. My battery was dying, guys. Sorry. Anyways, if he was the killer, do you really think that he would have forgotten something so simple? That's well, right, but it's by itself, it's pretty weak. Misaki fizzles out and allowing Elizabeth to take center stage. I And you think, what does Haru's mishap really imply? Remember, if his panicked last moments, he was attempting to send a location ping to Hiko, but his fingers slipped into yours instead. Oh, of course. Why didn't I think about that before? Haru was trying to send a location ping to Yahiko to get help. Haru wanted to let Yahiko know that he was in danger. If Yahiko saw that he was in District 6, well, I think that even Yahiko would know that something was wrong. Correct? Also, Haru must have eventually been able to get a signal though. Because he showed up, even if it was after me. Not only that, but he had already called the police. I'm trying to help you, dude. You have to get out of here now. Why would I? Go! Leave! Which means that your entire basis of suspecting Yahiko Ikari is now null and void. A little part of me relaxes before I realize that this doesn't actually solve anything. Ruri's gone, and I'm nowhere closer to discovering the killer than I was before I started thinking. Ruri's in danger. I'm still a runaway convict. A serial killer is still running amok, having his little grin parts. Is there nothing I can do? Nothing? Wait one moment. Think. Why did Haru not notify the police before he began tailing the killer? Like me, he's a capable individual. We don't miss such things. Why indeed? Why wouldn't Haru have requested backup, or at least given an anonymous tip? Maybe he thought that if he spoke with the police, the killer would somehow learn about it and start playing safe. But that leads to a different assumption. Assumption that the killer would somehow learn about any information told to the police. In other words, police are corrupt. I mean, most police departments usually are in stories. If that's the case, then it would make sense why Haru didn't contact them. Simply, but put, he didn't trust them. Why? A personal traumatic encounter. Previous difficulties in dealing with law enforcement. Or could it be something else? Could it be that Haru saw something in the police, something that he never would forget? You know him more than I do. What's your opinion on the matter? He's my errand boy. You claim to be good at reading people. Are you saying that you misread the suspect? I'm not wrong. Then you agree that Akira Ishimoto is this prime suspect? I agree. Could Haru have seen corruption? Why is that a student? Why is it that a student was the first one to think of camping outside the school and tailing the serial killer? Why is the investigation force Why is it that the investigation force didn't even go through the school, scouring the area for any evidence of the killer? Why is it that no city CCTV camera ever turned up with any results? What if all of this time, sitting behind the curtains watching us dance, the police was just there, laughing, watching us run in fear as they pretend that they're trying to protect us? And that would mean her died for nothing. Hiko called for nothing. And now Ryu will disappear, be shredded to pieces, and will be let to rot for nothing. And there's nothing, not one darn thing that I can do. Catch the killer, find the evidence, package him up, ship him to the police department, and he'll just walk free because it's all part of the plan. Or, worse yet, they wouldn't even catch him. They'll have him surrounded, and he'll miraculously break free. And they'll give chase like a bunch of fools, and Rui will die for nothing. Rui, with her fiery passion and her love and her endless enthusiasm for her dear ones, will pass into the fate of nihilism. Where there is no intrinsic value, no purpose, no beneficial weight to her sacrifice for me. She'll be remembered, maybe by a memorial of victims who were targets of a horrifying serial killer who will maybe one day be brought to justice. That'd be her only identity. A murder victim. A girl who had her whole life ahead of her. One more poor soul in the annals of injustice. No one would know her smile, or her little quips, or the way she bit her lip when she was nervous about something. Hold on real quick. Okay. Sorry, I had checked something. No. The name Rui Hayata would only bring nods of pity and despondent sighs. And if she's really lucky, fuel for a movement for treatment of mental illness or weapon control or other political objectives. And then, as days pass on, as time becomes months and years and decades, she'll be forgotten forever. Wow. Drown in the names of other victims who will be remembered and with nothing but nods of pity and despondent sighs. Nothing but non-existence. Irie suddenly appears and stares at me with such intensity that I swear she's almost real. Do not lose focus. I don't know, I almost did a British voice. Gosh, you're a wreck. What happened? My mouth, feeble, unintelligent noise bleeds out. You tried to do too much, Yama. That's the problem. You want to do everything, but everything becomes so overwhelming that you end up doing nothing. You can only do what you can. The rest is out of your hands. I can only do what I can? No, I'm kind of losing this. Really? Right now? Yeah, right now. All you can do is figure out who the killer is. You're up for that much, right? So, you're stuck because you think the killer has to be you, me, Yika, or Masto, right? I guess. I do, she's not real. Are you paying attention? No. Wow, I think I finally know what it's like to be one of your teachers. Anyways, then, oh, all-knowing teacher, what do you have to say? Well, your passcode is literally so stupid that anyone who saw it just once could get in. But that's not the problem. The problem is that the killer knows about my lapses. Oh, wait. There's something strikingly familiar about what she said. Didn't she mention this before? Didn't she say something like this before? There's something vitally important about this statement. Your passcode is literally so stupid that anyone who saw it just once could get in. What sticks out so much? Just once? Just once. Oh, it was important! Ooh, Jiro Ryuta. Wait, what? She's right, she did mention that! A man who helped me move into my apartment. Who commented on how stupid the code was. Who certainly would have remembered it. A man who knew all the victims because they were fighting psychological problems and he was the school counselor. Oh no. A man who would know the security of the school inside and out and yet not be up to date with the latest features of smartphones like a wall charger. A man who was strong enough to inflict the same wounds as the serial killer. Smart enough to outmaneuver the police, controlled enough to fake sanity in the day. A man who, after curfew, is freed from his duties. And a man who approached me after seeing me at Haru's murder site. Surprised that I didn't seem to remember what had happened. A man who would have certainly be curious at my unusual reaction. A man who could access the confidential school records and learn about my lapses from there. A man who I trusted too much. Why? It's not you, but there's something I missed. A proof, a theory, anything. Why? Why did it have to be you? You darn old geezer. Why would you even... Why? I'm absent. This is my mentor, my friend, and the serial killer. I won't read all of this. All of it, so I'm sorry if I don't read all of it. It's alright. You're really different, kid. Yama. No, you're really different today, Yama. What's bothering you? Back then, I should have seen it. Because why hadn't anyone else noticed? Why was Mr. Rizzo the only one who thought something had happened that night? Who, me? Nah, I'm pretty much a free bird after I verified curfew. Oh no. I'd had my suspicion. I know that there was something odd about him, but I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to wave it away. I wanted to trust Mr. Rita. I wanted just one person who would understand everything and stay on my side. Well, there is no explicit rule saying that I can't usually use the confidential database. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there is. Nope. I may be faculty, but I'm not a teacher. It's only stated that teachers have the request special permission. I checked the loopholes. Right, you know how the entry students application of the academy requires a psychological analysis by a qualified physician, yes? Yeah, another security measure, isn't it? Let me read this and see what you think. He knew about my lapses. Not because I told him, but because he had access to the psychological overviews of each student, and he would have known each of the victims. Maybe they were assigned to his counseling care, just like I was. Yeah, I hate computers. Hold on real quick, like, I'm gonna check something. Alright, back. Alright. But we'd all be dead without them. You know, what was great? My desktop, iPad. Man, that was great. Stable, awesome, and a killer whirl of a fan. You guys don't know how satisfying it is to hear your computer work to keep itself cool. That's kind of weird. No casual user has desktop anymore. Oh, and the icon phones? Man, phones these days break if you breathe on them wrong. Icon phones. They could probably survive a nuclear blast. There we go. Finally working. And he knew about computers. Not an avid follower of electronics, not enough to know about weed, but enough to know about phone batteries. Like death. Who can help with that? So how's the apartment? Still in one piece mostly. Good to hear. And Phil? The little houseplant. The one I placed on your shelf? Your memory sucks more than mine, kid. Wow. How would you have so much free time? Life as a dorm manager is just swell, isn't it? Like die-cut pieces of complex puzzles, all the facts and memories line up in perfect succession. The killer is Mr. Yuta. Now I know it is with certainty intrinsically, just like I know I can sit on a chair and it'll support my weight. I can walk under a bridge and it won't fall on top of me. I just don't know what to do next. Should there be a sense of triumph, a miniature party in the back of my mind, give me a cookie or successfully finding out the killer? Something keeping me going. Something propelling me to the next step. I know the identity of the killer. Shouldn't I report this? But whom? I'm on the run from the police, who may or may not be corrupt. I can hardly show my face at school, and if I call Mr. Yuta, well, I simply wouldn't do anything. Well, it's gonna get to a good stopping point, so I'm gonna stay right here. And in the next episode, guys, we're going to see what's going to happen next. So, with that, guys, this is D5PS101, and I'm bouncing out. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope I enjoyed your day.